My name is Devyn Day. I go to Fishers High School and I'm class of 2026. So I'm graduating next year. And I run the 300 hurdles, 200, 100 hurdles, 400, like 4 by 4s and stuff, and 60 hurdles indoor as well.
So tell us how you got into the sport of track and field.
First, I started when I was younger. I was around either 5 or 6, and then I stopped like for a while until seventh grade is when I officially started, all the way up until now. And yeah, and I've loved it ever since.
So, what was the reason for the pause? I'm curious. You said you were running since you were 5 or 6, and then you stopped to like seventh grade. So I'm saying,
Oh,
what filled in that gap?
honestly, I don't even know. I was so young and I don't even know like the real reason I stopped, but during those years I played soccer, karate, volleyball, and like all those other sports, and then I got into track and then that was my main sport, and that's what I continued with.
Did anyone have any influence on you getting into the sport?
Yeah. Yes, my mother, she was an All-American at IU. She was my coach in middle school for a little bit, and then there was a year she took off, I believe. And then all throughout high school, she coached the girls sprints. But I also do run hurdles, so I work with like the hurdle coach. But she's definitely my big inspiration on track, and she pushes me the most out of anybody.
Well, I was just asking her what the time that she's been involved, like what's been like one of her favorite memories so far? What's been one of your favorite memories so far?
I would most likely say in high school, maybe my freshman or sophomore year, when I was getting into it, like with the seniors and stuff before they graduated, I feel like that was the most fun year. I just really feel like the people around me have made it a good experience and like the best memories, like going to practice, meets and stuff, and they always like kept my head held high and always gave me motivation when I didn't want to do things as well.
What's been the most challenging aspect of being a track and field athlete?
I would say the mental part over time has gotten way better for me, but mentally, I would get like drained or not want to like run in meets and stuff or like have not as much motivation. But when I changed my mindset and my mental for it, I think it's helped way more. And just like things that like would bother me, like I just now changed my mindset to like those things. And it's definitely helped me a long, long, long way. And even up till now.
Right. Was there, I will have a follow-up to that. Was there anything that kind of helped things click for you? You talked about, the mental aspect and like changing your mindset. So what made you want to change your mindset?
I really feel like when I started seeing like good outcomes and like the results and stuff, that definitely gave me a big motivation, like push, because I would have like, for an example, like I would have like a bad meet or I just wouldn't run as well. But then I'd be like, oh, I guess maybe I should just change my event. But next time, like I would go in, then like when I see like good results and stuff, it gives me much more motivation. I think like visual things, like when I physically see improvement helps me, but also centering like with myself and even when I feel down on things, changing that and thinking the positive through all the negative, through all the things that happened.
All right, now you spoke on the mindset change. What is it that you do now that you didn't do before when it comes to like setbacks? So when you have a bad day or you have a bad race, how do you handle those things?
Honestly, not getting in my head too much about it and thinking about it too much because you can't go back and change anything. So it's more of like moving forward and being not being so stuck on the past and finding ways to improve those things, like specific things for like the next time so I won't make those mistakes again.
What are some of your short-term goals and then your long-term goals?
My long-term goals would be to run in college. I don't necessarily want to run after college, but I want to use my like ability and stuff for college and just improving. Like I have set times and goals and stuff for like the year specifically, so working towards those as well.
So being an athlete,
Hmm.
you have a lot of discipline that's involved, and
Hmm.
it's people say athletics builds character. So
Hmm.
I'm saying, how has being an athlete shaped your character?
I definitely think it's matured me with all of the things I have to prioritize or like specifically like working out on my own or making sure I get all my workouts in. I feel like it's matured me in a bunch of ways and like actually being disciplined. And it has built onto my character. And I feel like if I didn't have track, I would be more of like on my own schedule and like I wouldn't really do those type of things if I didn't have to. But doing things like to help me like when I'm by myself or if I need to recover from something, taking the time to do like therapy or like cryotherapy. Have you guys heard of that? Like going there on my own time, like not getting asked to do that and stuff for my own sake and my body. I definitely feel like those are the things I had to pick up as well, which I struggled with, but now I feel like it's way better from it benefiting me.
So, track can technically be all year round. And
Hmm.
so how do you stay motivated? Because you do quite a few sports, hurdles, you do the dashes. How do you stay motivated through the hard training sessions?
I wouldn't say like I just, well, technically, I feel like I just force it and just push through. And like once I get started, I feel like it's fine. But I just feel like it's like the mental part. Like honestly, I just like start thinking positive because obviously I don't want to do it and I'm gonna make myself do it and like push through. I'm not really sure like anything specific I would do. It would more just be like get it done. And then once it's done, I feel good about myself and stuff.
Since track is more of a individual sport versus, we're competing directly with somebody, how do
Mhm.
you define success when it comes to your track and field experience?
I feel like success can be in all types of ways. Like if you get a PR or you met your goal or you're satisfied with your performance, I feel like that's successful. And people can have all types of success in different ways. Or it's not even just about winning or like getting on the podium and stuff. I feel like if you're also happy with your results, that can be successful.
How would you say that you view your competition, the people you compete against? Yes.
Yeah, honestly, well, that second part, I'm kind of like that, and I really just worry about myself. It's always me versus me at the end of the day, so I try not to get like whatever they have going on or like their skill, or if I know they're faster than me or stronger than me, I stay in my own lane because it is an individual sport, and I try my best for my outcome. I don't, because worrying about other people, I feel like it only brings you down and you can lose motivation or even mess up on your race plan because you're so worried about someone else. I just feel like staying focused on your own like ability and like actually going is by yourself is better.
Yeah. Well, one of the other things I wanted to ask you is when you know how when you do have these things, you have these successes, these you PR or whatever. How do you celebrate those achievements?
I use those as motivation and to celebrate them, I like for example, I don't know if like to celebrate them. I really just like use them and then like kind of just like okay, yes, now I need to go higher and higher and then as I see I'm going higher, just get more motivated over time. I do feel like I should praise myself more and celebrate more,
You should.
but yeah, I feel like there's no specific celebration that I do. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good self-awareness though to say, you feel like you should celebrate yourself
Hmm.
more because sometimes we don't sit in the moment, right?
Yeah.
And celebrate ourselves. So, definitely be excited about your achievements, but
Hmm.
it makes so much sense as a competitor
Hmm.
in the sport to, okay, I did that. Now I'm on to my next
Exactly. Yeah.
goal or accomplishment. So
Hmm.
that's great.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of athletes don't give themselves much praise and they kind of just like move on, which is that's definitely me. I do that as well. But I feel like celebrating those accomplishments can definitely make you feel better about what you did instead of just moving on, you know.
Well, if you could change anything about track and field, it is an individual sport. The meets are varied in terms of length. What would you change about it?
I don't know if this is like supposed to be an answer, but I would make it indoor all year round. Every single meet, I would be an indoor sport. That's what I would make it so we don't have to worry about the weather. I love indoor track. I don't have to worry about anything. I have air conditioning, everything's fine. So I would definitely do that if I could.
That's an interesting concept and not have to worry about the elements of
Yes, and like
the
running in
out
the
the
rain.
outdoors.
Yes, and they will make you run in that rain, in the storms and everything, and you just gotta push through. And I'm just like, if only if we could just have it all inside, that would be great.
Yes. What
Yeah.
would you say is the most valuable piece of advice someone has given you? A coach or another athlete?
The most valuable thing I've received that I use the most is you versus you or staying focused on yourself. I definitely use that like for everything, and I tell people that all the time because they're so worried about people around them. I'm trying to think of something else since I've already said that.
I think the you versus you is a good one.
Yeah, because I use that. I have it tattooed and everything, and I like use that for everything. Because it's just like you're not gonna get very far if you're so worried about others, and not yourself.
So with the season being long, and sounds like you love indoors, so you do your best work there. What is it that how do you keep yourself physically healthy throughout this long season?
We do now. We currently have weights and training on Tuesdays and Thursdays at school. But from then, like before that started, I try to have a schedule of lifting and then running and then hurdle practice. It's definitely gotten like off balance sometimes because of my schedule, but I usually try to do that and then recovery at cryotherapy afterwards if I have like lactic acid or something. And obviously the chiropractor when I used to go and stuff. So, um, definitely that and keeps me in shape. And it's really just about being consistent with it as well, because it definitely can fall off very quickly if you don't stay on that schedule.
So you walk us through how you stay healthy physically. Does nutrition play a role in
Yeah.
your
Yeah, my mom, she's very, very big on nutrition and high on protein. We have chicken every night. It seems like there's chicken in something or some kind of meat. So we're very high on that. I do drink Ensures sometimes. I do extra protein Ensures and then protein shakes every morning before school. And then egg bites every morning. Usually it depends, or it's either egg bites, bacon, or regular eggs. And sometimes I drink just a straight veggie juice like cup thing. It kind of tastes like tea a little bit, but honestly, I just drink that straight because I know I don't eat like vegetables alone, like just by itself. And I love fruit as well. I like fruit more than vegetables. I don't really like vegetables that much. And yeah, I try to get in 3 courses every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And sometimes I do fall off with lunch, which I do need to get better with that. But yeah, including protein in every meal, I try to.
We need to talk.
I know. I know, yeah. Most times I eat 3 meals a day, but if I skip lunch or if I'm like out doing something, I'll just completely forget. And it has affected me a lot at practice. Like one of the times I had bleachers and I had to stop, I almost threw up like 3 times. I just did not have enough in my system, never did it again. I eat full course. I try to eat full course meals before working out and also not too much because then I also throw up if I eat too much.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, at least you learned a lesson or two in there.
I definitely did.
So
Yeah, I
so tell
regretted
me a
it.
little bit about what's your favorite part about being on a team, on the track team?
I honestly like the team itself and motivating people and like cheering people on and stuff and like practice. Like I don't know, I like the team bonding and like us getting together and stuff. I feel like that takes the season a long way because obviously if you were by yourself the entire season, it would be a very long season. So my teammates definitely keep it going for me and I stay in touch with them even outside of track as well.
What would you say makes you a great teammate?
Staying positive through the worst times, everybody complaining or like they want to go home or like the weather's bad. I definitely agree, but I try not to add on to the commentary and I try to like bring it more positive just so it's not so much like, oh, I want to go instead of, okay, let's get this done. And then once we're done, we can be happy and then go and stuff.
I do like you have a unique situation where your mom is your coach.
Yeah.
How does that impact you in terms of like your attitude and then how you I guess receive instruction?
Honestly, she's a completely different person to me from track and at home. I don't call her like mom or whatever at practice, and I look at her as a coach. I respect her the same way as I respect my other coaches. Honestly, I feel like there's not a big change because I don't really, I'm like in a different mode, like when we're there versus, like anywhere else. Now, obviously, like I'll talk to her and stuff and like personal things, but most of the time she's helping other people and we don't really get to interact too much, but occasionally we do. But honestly, I feel like I separate those two things and I treat her like a normal coach. And she feels like a normal coach also. Yeah.
One thing we didn't say, now we know who your mom is and who your parents are, but we always want to give a shout out to the parentals because you wouldn't be where you are without the support of them. So shout them out, give us their names.
Lorraine Ellums is my mom. She's the sprints coach for Fishers High School. Corey Ellums, he was a sprints coach for Fishers High School. He's now done with that this year. He last year was his last year. Um, and yeah, I ran with my stepbrother Carson Ellums as well.
Awesome.
Family
Awesome.
affair.
Yes.
Mhm. So fun.
So you talk a lot about the weather and you would love for this to be all indoors. Tell me what's been your most challenging weather condition that you've competed.
Um, when it's been raining sideways and I was running hurdles and my eyes were like I have lashes and my eyes were soaked and I could barely see, but I'm still making it. I was like, let's fight through. Everybody wanted the meet to get canceled. I was so surprised it didn't. I just was mad that it wasn't lightning, but it was like raining as we were running on that curb, still trying my best and honestly, it was definitely a high mental part on that because nobody wanted to run, and you could tell that nobody really did well because they were so worried about that. But if you change your mindset and everything, it can come out way better.
Yeah. Now this I think that was your sign. Just let the lashes
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yes, I know. I was like, maybe I need a break, but I did take a break for a while. I know you always say that. I did. But yes, I that definitely was very challenging in just very cold weather. Like when you don't really
Mhm.
move or it's hard to warm up or keep or stay warm. It's definitely very challenging with that. Just the constant moving you always have to do and stuff.
So what are you looking forward to this upcoming season?
This upcoming season, really finding what college I'm gonna end up at and just like having it confirmed, it makes me really anxious, like just not knowing that and meeting my goals probably for this season and making sure I improve and not go backwards over the season. So,
Okay. Now, okay, if this is the thing, so you're talking about college, so you're gonna run to college. Now,
mhm.
we know everybody competes. Everybody's gonna come and work hard in college. What's gonna make you different?
I would say more on like the team part, bringing light and stuff to the team and positivity as well. Like as I do now, I still will stay disciplined and stuff, and hopefully my teammates are as well. I'm assuming they will be, and like they continue their workouts. But I feel like that is one of the different things because even like with everything wrong like around us, I still try to stay positive, but I feel like there's nothing like workout wise, I'm not sure what would be the X factor for me.
Now, if we had to ask your teammates or your coaches for one word to describe you, what would that word be?
Funny. My teammates think I'm funny.
That's cool.
Definitely.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a
Yeah.
little lightheartedness around.
Yeah, and it's like I don't take it like I can be serious, but I don't take things too seriously, or I try to have fun also with things. People sometimes like track is serious and you do have to take it seriously like when you're competing, but trying to have fun also with it while competing and stuff and you don't have to be so tense and like yeah, like you can loosen up and still like run your race and still have fun with it or else, it also could be a long season if you don't have a little bit of fun.
Now, if people wanted to follow you throughout the season, I'm assuming on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
Devyn underscore 148, DEVYN, all lowercase underscore 148. I'm gonna change it soon, but now I'm not. I'm gonna keep it for a while because I had to make it temporary. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Good deal. Well, Devin, we appreciate you joining us.
Hmm.
Um,
Absolutely.
we look
Wishing you
forward
the
to,
best of luck. Yes.
yeah.
Thank
We're
you.
excited.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you have a good
Mhm.
one.
Nice seeing you guys.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.